And then this is what brought us out here this morning, is the heifer that should be a bull, young lady. And not exactly the greatest day at Ohrmundt Simmentals. So yeah, that's, chalk that up for one of those things where you say, we've never seen that before. This little kiddo is solid red. And this is out of our Fleck bull. Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Ohrmundt Simmentals. All right, I'm heading out to the barn. It's what, 4:15? Because there was nothing on the cameras at 2:30. Dad texted me a little while later. I'll get some lights on. And then I woke up at it must have been 3:45 and looked at the cameras, and I'm pretty sure it's DF 431 had a calf, and this thing's already running around. I mean, you'd swear the thing was like 4 hours old. And I think he's outside. Yeah, he's outside. I was watching and I was like, oh, he's up, he's good, he's already sucking. Yeah, he's right there. Yeah, I see you. But he was right over here, right where AC 431 is. And I'm looking at the cameras that I'm like, oh, I'll be out there in like a half an hour anyways. I'll just, chill. He's already sucking and he's already running around. I'm pretty sure it's a bull. He's got the butt of a bull. But then I check at like 4 and here he is, he's not even, mom's following him. He's charging out the door, walking out the door. So we're going to try and get him in. We'll put him in the back pen, in the green gate pen, and get them situated because I got a feeling we're going to have a couple more calves today, or at least in the next day or two. And these guys did a really, really good job. This was a really good stock bale. And then, yep, just got my reminder that somebody wants their breakfast. That one right there. If you'd learn how to suck from mom, you'd get breakfast whenever you want. So we'll try that again with her this morning and see how things go. DF's usually pretty good to work with. So we'll see how she acts this morning. Come on, I gotta get these girls out of here. Alright, so there she is, and yes, it is a she. I really wanted a bull calf out of this one, but we do have a True Justice bull this year, so that's a good deal. She might get True Justice again, but very, very spunky. But we got a True Justice daughter out of a high roller, out of a lucky dice. So basically direct genetics, that's all Gen X right there. Yeah, I don't know what his deal is. That's the one from Saturday night. He was laying flat out there. So I don't know if he got roughhoused, bumped around. She's bumped him a couple times. But now his head's up. I got him laying up nice, and his mouth is really warm. So I don't know if he just got kind of flattened out. Maybe mom was kind of laying on him or something. But he's propped up. I got him in a nice spot. So we'll keep an eye on him today. He's been sucking. He was sucking. Unfortunately, you know, we'd love to keep these guys separate for a couple of days until everybody's strong and sturdy, but you know, we kind of needed the space, and we thought these guys would be okay together. So maybe he just needed, I don't know, maybe he just was in a bad spot and just didn't feel like getting up. Plus he got dumped on. So we'll keep an eye on him for sure. Definitely don't want to lose a calf, and that's a bull too. So, all right, let's get a bottle for the Misfit and see how that goes. Hopefully this is why we keep them a little hungry. This little spastic sucker, I finally got her on to a quarter. You get her in the area and she's just freaking out. She's so excited because she wants the bottle. But then I just kept her pointed in the right direction. She finally calmed down and kind of started sucking in her mom's armpit, so to speak. Then I got her guided in the right spot. Finally got the teat in her mouth. And she's actually going on about 30 seconds now. All right, I got to get inside. I got to get ready to go. I think I got probably a good half hour, 45 minutes till I got to get going and go to work. So I'll catch you guys later. Hey, how's it going? All right, I'm back. It is now afternoon. I'm back from work. But I want to go check on that little bull calf from this morning. He did get up, which was really good. That was really good to see. Now, like I said, he did get up right there. But like Dad said, he's got kind of maybe not breathing the greatest. Kind of looks like he's gotten beat up a little bit. You know, a little roughhoused. But it does seem like the fact that he got to this point is really, really nice. I'm going to make sure he gets up, and we'll see how hungry he is. Do I need to try and feed him at all? And then this is what brought us out here this morning is the heifer that should be a bull, young lady. Yes, Deffer, but it's a true justice, so I'll give her a pass. Over here. Just a little bit. Your way. All right, so we got our little creep panel set up here. So what we got is, this is just an old section of gate that we set up so we can adjust it right here with these U-bolts. Maybe not with that one anymore, but that's all right. But we can adjust it up and down, but this is plenty big enough for them to get in. And then the calves have all of this, the entire loafing shed. And then the cows will be able to hang out here. Honestly, they'll probably stand right here. But we wanted to get this set up today because we are supposed to get almost 3/4 of an inch of rain tomorrow, and potentially 4 to 6 inches of snow the next day. So we shall see. All right, so update on the calves. Peasy's back here where she was. Right here. So Peasy is back here with the calf that won't suck on her totally. She did suck on Mom a little bit today, and then also had just a little bit out of the bottle.
So that meant that we brought 431 up with the True Justice heifer. We'll weigh and take her tomorrow. We'll take care of that. She is fine, no issues here. But we got Peasy out of here because she started butting at the factor bull calf back there. He was laid out flat and almost had like borderline like seizure type motions. It was weird. Like he was just flailing his head around and stuff. But then like 30 seconds, like a minute or two later, he stopped, he chilled out and started trying to get up. I helped him up a little bit. And then he's like walking around. He drank 2/3 of a bottle that I had, and that was really, really good. And he started getting excited. And then we were going back and forth with pairs a couple of times, figuring out what combination we wanted. And he's walking around. He's back on mom. He's sucking, and still looks a little beat up. But that dude is tough as nails. He was up in front of the manger, and he's trying to crawl back through the manger by mom. Hey, how's it going? It is Tuesday afternoon, and we are starting out in the barn because I had to feed our little baldy bull calf right there. He was literally walking an hour ago, but I just fed him. He just sucked down like a 3/4 bottle. I mean, he's not a big calf, so he sucked down a 3/4 bottle pretty decently. So the hurt calf prognosis, we'll leave it at 50-50. He did eat good tonight, but we'll see. Hey, how's it going? All right, it is Wednesday afternoon. So just got done working with that little bull calf. Prognosis is not great. So we did get him some pain meds today, just in case there's something internal or something just not sitting right with him. But he ate okay this morning and didn't eat the greatest right now. I might try later before we go in the house. Well, apparently today is a day of bumps and bruises, I guess, with the little bull calf not doing so hot. But then our girl right here that we've been working with on mom this morning was doing really, really well. And now her front right leg, her knee, is swollen up. And I mean, I've seen her on the camera. She's been up more today than I've seen her in a long time. And it wasn't like that this morning. It wasn't like that this morning at all. So actually gave her the same pain meds that we gave the other guy, just to help her out with that. And then also treated her just in case there's some kind of a joint ill type of thing setting in. So just to eliminate that out of the spectrum. But just want her back to feeling good so she'll eat decent, because she didn't eat very decent. I had to come out in the loafing shed and check everybody out, make sure we're doing okay, which their area looks really, really good. One calf he's right out here. I think he went to go get a little dinner. But yeah, everybody back here is doing awesome. Definitely not a good couple of days. And I was making, like this morning, she actually ate on the cow really, really well. I mean, I had to put her back on a couple of times, but other than that, I think she sucked for almost like a good 15 minutes or so, which may not be a huge amount of time, but mom's milk versus the bottle, I'll take 15 minutes of her being on mom over a bottle. So, it's like, okay, we're making some progress here. And then you check her out tonight and it's like, what the hell? So, well, hopefully tomorrow is a better day. One day closer to the weekend. Warmer. Not this garbage weather. So we'll see what she looks like we'll see what both of them look like in the morning, and we'll go from there.
Hey, how's it going? All right, it is Thursday afternoon, and not exactly the greatest day at Ohrmundt Simmentals. This morning, when I went in the barn for my morning check, that little bull calf, that 301 factor bull calf in the back that kind of got roughed up, yeah, he passed away. Kind of knew that might be happening, so he must have just gotten a little bit too roughed up. You don't know if there was something going on inside, and I kind of guessed that, just kind of guessing that that little guy just was in the wrong place at the wrong time and either got butted too hard or possibly stepped on, or something like that. And then on top of that, I had penned up that FL 913, that Eagle heifer, who we thought was on pace to have a bull ruler bull calf, based on preg check and the fact that she was bagging and stuff up at the right time. She was due today, due on the 6th, so everything looked good. Looked like this morning she was like early stages, the tail's up, nervous action, all that kind of stuff. It went until almost 10:30. I actually ended up, was it 9:30 or 10:30? Something like that. I actually ended up coming home because she finally started making some progress, but we weren't quite sure what was going on. Even with the cameras and stuff, the detail just isn't there. But I got home, walked in the barn right as she had just kicked it out, because also the sack was over the nose. But when I went in there, the calf was born dead. So definitely some noticeable issues with that one. Not like crazy weird looking. It was actually a factor calf because it was red, and which unfortunately tells me that that heifer is hetero black, which isn't a huge deal. I don't care about that. But this calf was also a little bit premature. You could tell by the really short hair, but it had a really big gut. I did some reading, and it looked like some stuff that I had found, like it's like water belly or something, just a lot of fluid in the belly. And then it had extremely large testicles, which was just odd. It's just very odd. So yeah, chalk that up for one of those things where you say, we've never seen that before. I don't recall us ever having that issue. He wasn't a very big calf, so if he was 2 or 3 weeks early, which probably would be about right. He's probably about 3 weeks early. So yeah, not a great day. A little bit of a silver lining though. The heifer that had the bum knee yesterday still has a bum knee. I actually didn't go take a look at her specifically. I will in a couple minutes. But I had a bottle all made up for her and ready to go to feed her, and went over there, and she's already sucking on mom all by herself. I didn't do a thing to her, so I walked away and left, and had to pen up that heifer, and I never touched her. So at least that was a little something decent in our favor for once. All right, so now I'm going to be letting out this cow and pair. There we go. It looks like, oh yeah, it looks like she was sucking. So she ain't putting a lot of weight on there, but I'll give her some more of those pain meds today. But yeah, I gotta open a panel up and then let these two guys out with the calf, and then we'll take care of the little guy. Come on, out you go. And of course she probably won't go. No, you gotta follow mom.
Nope. This way. I know, dark space says, back up, girl. All right. Come on, girl. Out you guys go. Come on. There you go. Now, one question you might be having is, what's going to happen to those two cows? Like I mentioned, they're going to spend a couple of days out here with the rest of the pairs, and then we'll put them out with the regular group of cows. And honestly, they're going to end up in our first AI group without having a calf, because our rule is if 90% of the time, if you're open in the fall, you don't get a pass. There have been exceptions, but if you had a calf and it died, and it really wasn't any fault of their own, like she's not a mean mom, she had plenty of milk, it was just an accident, issue with the birth, something that she didn't have anything to do with, she gets a pass. She can get rebred. If she gets rebred, then we'll just move on, and that's the way we treat it. Now if they come open in fall, that'll be a different story. Hey, how's it going? Happy Friday. It's always a good day on a Friday, usually anyways. All right, I just want to scope out our little injured heifer back here. Yeah, there she is. A little bit of weight on it, but she's got a pretty good limp. It is pretty swollen. I was checking it yesterday, and I'll check it again today. Make sure it's not like getting warm or getting worse or things like that. Still give her pain meds, just to help her out. And we are still waiting for one of these girls to calve. See how long that lasts. But I do have a couple more. We do have a couple more out by the feeders that will need to come in really soon, probably this weekend. If not today, if I nab them today, I'll take them. Well, and just as I say it, and she's been on my list, Ten's got a water bag out, and we would really prefer not to have anything calve out here by the feeders. So I'm gonna see if I can walk her in. Not sure how well that's gonna go. All right, we got her in, and we just shoved her in the BDA. There's actually a lot of nice grass right here, so she has a decent spot to have it. She just has to now calm down and have it. All right, I haven't checked what it is yet. I'm pretty sure it's a heifer, but this is one of those cows that's kind of 50-50 whether or not you really want to dive in there and check. She's been letting me do what I've been doing, but I'm not seeing no sack down there, and I got a pretty good view. Dad's not gonna like that. She's obviously hetero black, but again, the adventures of chrome versus no chrome. This little kiddo is solid red. And this is out of our Fleck bull. I'm not really sure how she's doing it, but this little girl's bouncing around, and yeah, on 3 legs. So I think she's doing okay. We're ending this day pretty eventfully. Eventfully? Is eventfully a word? Well, if it ain't, it is now. So yeah, I mean, yes, would we prefer bull calf? Yes. Is it okay that it's a heifer? Absolutely. As long as it's healthy and alive. It's kind of one of those deals where, you know, when you have a couple of crappy days like yesterday, then you always want to kind of get off the schneid and get back into the groove, and you always want to wait for that next calf, that next healthy calf that's just like, all right, we're back. We're not as horrible as we thought we were. But she is standing. The 10's a really good mom, so we're not gonna have an issue, honestly. That little stinker looks just like her great grandma. Those big old frickin' Dumbo ears. The 10 line originated, and we had gotten rid of our original 10. Was it last year, the year before? Must have been the year before. I don't think I had her when I started YouTube. But it was a cow that we had bought as a heifer. She was a shear force out of a power drive, and a really, really nice cow. We bought her from Erwin Hoschel down in Black River Falls, where we've gotten basically all of our any 3-digit except for 10, any 3-digit, the 430, 431s, 913s, 313s. We had a 461. That's one of those lines that we weren't able to keep. Just never had a replacement at the right time, which is a bummer. They all came from Erwin. So some really good genetics. I think Erwin's still going at it. But just some really nice genetics. We bought a bunch of bulls from him. So that's where 10 came from. Solid red, just like that, but had the same big old Dumbo ears that stuck out there. And I love Simmies with those big old ears. I don't know why, I just do. We're gonna call this the end of the day, end of the video. It is the end of the week. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you have a great weekend coming up. Hope you guys liked the video. Please hit that thumbs up button as always. And of course, if you have any questions, by all means, leave them in the comments. And definitely don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I hope you enjoy what we do here, and follow along for more, and help support us in what we're doing here at Ohrmundt Simmentals. And as always, thanks for coming along.